afternoon, Bournemouth fans. This is Jeremy, all the way from North Carolina, in the mountains of western North Carolina. First and foremost, I want to say our thoughts and prayers go out to Jaden Anthony. We heard about his mother's passing unexpectedly, and I'm very sorry to hear that. So, Jaden, please know that even us here across the pond are thinking of you, and I hope and pray that your family would find peace. And as Scripture tells us, peace that surpasses all understanding. Going to the game, I thought the guys did great first half. I thought we were even in the first half. The only thing missing was the final third ball. Koesterer and Hill on our left side did the best they could. I thought Liverpool really focused on them and attacked us on that side of the pitch. And our guys held their own. It was great to see Hill back in the lineup. I thought he did great. I don't think he had a wrong foot. But it just seemed we were missing all over the pitch, especially that final touch and that final third ball. Going into the second half, obviously it hurts to get hit like we did. But I think Liverpool's talent and quality really shone through. I don't think it's a lack of effort on our part. But as I saw Kirk on Twitter mention, the Brooks miss there near the end of the game, what was that, the 90th minute? That kind of summed up our day. Just could not get the final ball, that final touch to work for us. And Liverpool did. And they're at the top of the league for a reason. There's no shame in how we played. Now we just have to put this behind us and move on to the next one. Love our style, love how we were attacking and aggressive and toe-to-toe with them. But when you do that, high risk, there's also high reward, but also you might get hit, and we did. I think 4-0 was harsh. I thought maybe 2-0. The third goal, I believe, that total luck, a lucky bounce, but that's what happens. It is what it is. Sorry to see Aaron's get injured. I hope that's just a slight knock and nothing that's going to last too long. But we'll keep moving forward. Thanks for the opportunity, Kirk.
AFC Bournemouth 0, Liverpool 4, Nunes and Jota with a share of the goals. To be honest, we weren't that great. We didn't have our shooting boots on at all. Dom didn't get a spare second to himself. Van Dijk was all over him. And our subs didn't make a great impact. I think we were caught dribbling the ball directly into the opposition a lot of the time and giving the ball away. We lacked anything in the final third. And there was a couple of errors and just lapses in judgment at the back that caused a couple of those goals to roll into the back of the net. But what can you do? They're 5 points clear for a reason. And I think the next 3 games are the big test. I think we've got West Ham, Fulham and Forest. Maybe not in that order, but they're the big 3 games that I think we can really take some points from. So I think man of the match probably has to go to Christie, to be fair. No one else really showed. Maybe Healy, maybe in the first half, but even then he wasn't fantastic. It was good to see him get some minutes though. But Christie had some glimpses, and I think in a different side or in a different game, it would have been one of the great performances from him. But anyway, we move. I have to get up for work in about an hour and a half, so I'm going to go back to sleep.
Cherries Red Army, this is Justin, Cherries fan coming over from St. Louis, Missouri in the United States. Coming into you guys after probably one of the worst performances I've seen this season. Not one to be proud of. We didn't look terribly bad in the first half, but I think consistently throughout the game we couldn't do the fundamentals correctly. We couldn't get a string of passes together. We didn't really look much a threat on offense other than a couple stints. Van Dijk had a stellar performance. Solanke, I don't think even sniffed net today. So that was tough. And I thought we could take something from this game. That being said, I don't think the scoreline deserved to be 4-0. Kind of more like 2-0, but I think anytime they really got a clear-cut chance, they buried it on us. Mepham didn't have a good game at all today. I thought his positioning was atrocious. But on the flip side, I think James Hill looked quite good on his at least good enough, especially against Liverpool on his first start in the Premier League. I think he would be a suitable replacement for Lloyd Kelly if Kelly and or Meffam were to leave in the transfer window. Kluivert, not a particularly good game in terms of decision-making and fundamentals. He could have been sent off. Now, I don't think that was a red card, but we've seen red cards go for less. So that Brooks miss at the very end kind of summed up our day, really. Even when we did get shots or sights at goal, just didn't pan out. With all that, being said, we're having defensive struggles at the moment, and we did play against top of the league Liverpool, so sort of take that with a grain of sand, because we have, I think our next 2 or 3 are definitely winnable fixtures, so we'll take that, and very interesting to see what will happen with the transfers. Kelly, Meffam could be going as well, and see who we get in. And other than that, I'm excited to see the second half of the season. Up the Cherries.
It finishes Bournemouth 0, Liverpool 4. Hello, my name is Daniel. I live in America, and here's my thoughts after the game. I thought the first half was very, very even. Both teams had their chances, but still, still really nothing you can complain about first half. Second half, you can tell when Liverpool's plan started going, they scored straight away. Now, were all 4 of the goals mistakes by either Neto or our centre-backs? Questionable. I think 50-50. Neto was definitely his fault for the last goal. Then the other ones, you would expect our centre-backs to do better. But what can you say? Liverpool put us in a lot of pressure, and I wouldn't say that was a 4-0 game. I thought it was very even most of the game, but they just put us under lots of pressure. Now, attacking-wise, I thought Solanke, there's nothing you can say about Solanke, because he got no service today. He couldn't really do anything. Now, Sinistero and Justin Kluivert, they just touched the ball for way too long. I think they should have passed it earlier or do something with it, but they just touched it for way too long. Tavernier, I think Tavernier was the best out of the 4. Tavernier was going forward, going back, but still not their best games. Let me just put it that way. On the positive side, I thought our midfielders was really good, especially Christie. Scott was pretty good when he came on. I think we should try out Scott in the number 10 position. Another positive was Hill. I think Hill, for his first start for us, was really good. I think we could definitely tell why we recalled him. I could definitely tell we're going to see him more. And yeah, also, half of these players that are playing don't start if we have a fully fit squad. If we're being honest, they don't. Now, on the subs, I think the 2 I'm going to mainly talk about are Moore and Brooks. I thought Moore and Brooks, pretty poor, especially for players that are complaining about minutes. I understand that they don't play a lot, but still, it was pretty poor. I thought Brooks had a shot that he should have scored really easily. He just had to chip the goalkeeper. But what can you do? Same with Moore. It's just, to me, Moore is not a striker you would want behind Solanke. If Solanke gets injured, obviously we don't want that to happen, but if Solanke gets injured or Solanke has a bad game, who are we going to bring on? I just don't think Moore is the type of player we need as a backup, and I think this window, I think we're going to see a lot of departures before we can bring in any players, especially I think Mepham will go. It was just not his best game. Brooks could leave on a loan, and then same with Moore. That's why I think we'll probably look into some replacements in those positions. Now, the negative, obviously, Max Aaron's getting injured. Not good. We're already low on players. Besides the football today, my thoughts are with Jaden Anthony and his family. My thoughts are with him. Honestly, I hope he's doing good, and yeah, hope people respect his privacy at this time. Now, yep, that's really all I gotta say. We'll go on to when we go against West Ham, but overall, not the worst, not the best. Up the cherries in all departments.